Hello folks, and welcome to another video. So, in this video we're going to attempt some stop motion animation. Let's see how that turns out. So guys, before we get into the video, just wanted to apologise for the lack of videos. Been, what, a month since I put a video up? At least a month. But I've been quite busy at work. We've been sort of run up to the festive period, so we've been quite busy at work. And with the weather being pretty pants, I haven't really had much chance to get out. There's been floods and fence panels to repair and all sorts of bits and pieces, so we haven't had the chance really to get out and make some videos. And as you can probably tell, me and Karen have both gone down with the dreaded lurgy, so haven't been feeling 100%. So hopefully we'll get some new videos done in the new year, but we'll wait and see on that, depending on the weather and all that sort of rubbish, guys. Anyway, enough of that waffle. Stop motion animation. Well, what is it? Well, I suppose in a nutshell, it's a series of still photographs that are then stitched together to create a film. And I suppose that's how videos are actually made. But the transition, you know, when you're talking something like this, you're 25 frames a second, you know, it's a very smooth sort of image. But with stop motion, it's very janky, and I think that's the whole sort of idea behind it. A simple example of stop motion animation would be, I don't know, perhaps people of a certain age would remember the little tiny flick books where you draw a little picture of a matchstick man changing positions, and when you flick the page it would look like he was moving. Well, that's sort of, I suppose, stop motion animation. And with the modern technology, with the modern DSLRs and mirrorless cameras and all that, it's, I suppose, you're more open to the amateurs like myself. I'm very amateur. So, what do we need to do stop motion animation? Well, we need a camera, editing software, and various other bits and pieces. So, we're lucky enough now that with the smartphones, which are now ideal for that sort of thing, there is an app, or several apps that you can get to do stop motion animation. Now, the one that I found was Stop Motion Studio. When I actually downloaded it, it was free, so I'm assuming it still is. This isn't my first attempt at stop motion, I'll have you know. Anyway, so you can download the app onto your phone, and then the app actually does pretty much everything for you. You can change various settings in the app. I'm going to stick with pretty much the default to start with, but you can change the settings in the app to give you certain effects and appearances and things like that, and perhaps more advanced features as you get more advanced. So basically you need your phone with your app, which I said is Stop Motion Studio. Now, depending on your subject matter, you're going to need some sort of way of holding the phone, because obviously I'm going to use this. So that's my, what's that? That's a Samsung S21, a bit old now, but I'm going to be using that. I'll show you the setup, guys, when we're actually ready to go. So you need your phone with the app. Now, depending on your subject, now, the most important thing here is your camera or your phone has to stay rock steady. So you're going to need some sort of tripod to mount your camera. So with that, you're going to need a smartphone holder of some description, doesn't matter, that's just a cheap plastic one. You need your smartphone. I said a tripod, some sort of tripod, some way of holding your phone absolutely steady. Now, for what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my tripod with the overhead arm. So I'm going to do a top-down shot. So I'm going to be using my tripod with the overhead arm. Now, Excuse me, guys. Now, within the stop motion app, there's a timer. Sorry, the cats are messing about. There's a timer. Now, the timer is because what you don't want, guys, is when you stab at your phone to take your picture, if the phone moves, that will show up on the finished video as a very sort of janky, jittery sort of picture. So, sorry, cats are messing about. I apologise. So you're gonna need so the timer within the app. So basically, you can set it 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So it will take a picture, say every 5 seconds. So it will give you the opportunity to move your subject within that time period. So that's one way to do it. I am actually going to, hopefully it's going to work. I've got this little Bluetooth remote, which I'm hoping is going to work with the phone. So that's the sort of the hardware. That is going to be my subject, which is a jigsaw puzzle, ages 8 and plus. I don't know, can I do that? Ages 8 plus, I don't know. So this is actually so how big is it? It's 9 by 7 inches. So actually, it's but the problem is, I've just realised, 100 pieces. So you get the gist. I'm going to make a jigsaw puzzle, but with 100 pieces, that might take a lot longer. I just realised I didn't think it was so many pieces. Oh well, we'll go with that. So that's the setup. So I'm going to do a top-down shot. I'm going to lose the light. And the other thing I think I might actually change or might actually add is some sort of permanent lighting, because this video, although might only be actually 5 minutes long, the actual part of the video, the actual processing taking could be several hours, because I've got to take several still images whilst moving or adding bits to the jigsaw. So yes, I might have bitten off more than I could chew with this one, but anyway, I digress. So what I'm going to set everything up and sort of just see what the setup looks like, and maybe take a few test shots. But that's the plan. As I said, now the beauty with if I will not mention it, the beauty with the stop motion studio is it will actually create a whole video, and then you can just transfer it from your smartphone to your computer, laptop, whatever, and then in effect you can just add music to it then. I don't think it records audio. It might. As I said, this is sort of a bit of a test for me. Cats are running around like lunatics. So that's the sort of setup. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to now change over and I'll show you the setup, guys. So guys, this is the setup. So I've got my Neewer tripod with a horizontal arm and the phone mounted up there, pointing directly down. So now the puzzle is, don't lose any bits, right? Look at the size of that, Mum. Don't know how well you're going to see that, guys, but look at the size of that. Absolutely tiddly. As I said, I'm not bitten off more than I can chew with this one. So let's get sensible now. So this is the setup, guys. So I've got my phone mounted top down, and I've sort of, because the puzzle is, I'll say it was 9 inches by 7 inches, so I've sort of set the tripod up so the puzzle will actually fit in and give me some sort of area of movement around the outside. So that's the setup. Got my little Bluetooth remote that I eventually got working after I changed the batteries. So that's the setup. So basically all I'm going to do is, sun keeps changing, what I'm going to do basically is start off with perhaps the box, we'll say, under there. What I'll do is, guys, I'll move the tripod and the camera up here somewhere so you can sort of see the first couple of shots. But what I'm going to do is start off with that, then gradually move that out of the picture. So and then move some pieces in, and then basically keep taking pictures. So I think this is going to be quite a long drawn out process, because it's 100 pieces in the jigsaw, so you know, I'm going to have to bring the pieces in. You'll see what what happens as we go along. I'm definitely going to record the whole process, guys, because that's going to be very boring. One thing that I suppose useful for this, or one thing you can do, I mean, I can stop any point as long as nothing moves here. I could stop and go and have a cup of tea or something like that. As long as nothing actually physically moves, and as long as the lighting conditions doesn't change, you know, you could sort of you know, it wouldn't, there's not like a rush, if you like, guys. It's just very time consuming. One thing I did think of while setting everything up: battery. Make sure the battery in your phone is fully charged. I haven't got it out, but I've got a battery bank that's charged up. So if that dies, then I can carry on, because once that's, you know, that is the main event, as it was, all going to happen in your smartphone. So that's the setup, guys. So basically it's just a matter of taking photographs and whatever. Anyway, guys, what I'll do is I'm going to swap to put you somewhere perhaps up here, so you can just get an overview of what we're going to do, and then we're going to start the process. So catch you shortly. So guys, this is the setup. So what we're going to do is start off with the sort of box in the middle of the frame, and I've got all my sort of bits and pieces of puzzles around here, plus my remote. So basically the idea is that we take a photograph, move that, and so on and so forth until that goes out of the frame, and then we will introduce the very, very tiny, you can't see that, can you? Oh, so here we go, very, very tiny puzzles, or puzzle bits. But what I'm going to do to make things just a little bit easier, I'm going to sort out all the edges. Well, can't see that, can you? All the sort of flat edges, and sort all that out, guys. But that's basically the process. So I'm going to just switch on the phone and set everything up. So you probably can't see that in the picture, but basically I'm going to get that nice and sort of in the picture, and then in theory take a picture, take a photograph, make sure that's all square. Oh, not quite. And then if everything works according to plan, take a picture. So that's the first picture. Then we just move that slightly out of the frame. So as you can see now, I've got a cat helping me. So you're going to start there? No. As long as you don't go in the picture. That's it. So that's the second picture. If he goes in the picture, we're bye. In case you're wondering, guys, that was Odin. So we're just going to carry on taking a few pictures and like this, but that's the setup, guys. Anyway, so I'm just going to carry on like that. There's no point me filming anything else, because it's just going to be, that's the process. Anyway, guys, I'll bring you back towards the end. So that's probably going to be a couple of hours for me, but we'll bring you back at the end, guys. Right, folks, I'm going to have to admit defeat on this one. I couldn't do a jigsaw puzzle for an 8-year-old. Oh dear me. Anyway, so let me explain. So the problem with the jigsaw was, first of all, it's an odd shape. Then I was doing it the wrong way around. So when we were looking at the picture, it was sort of off-putting, because the actual picture and the way I had it set up on the table down here was wrong. But not only that, a lot of the pieces, because it's not a uniform shaped jigsaw puzzle. It's an odd, well, that, as you see, guys, I don't know, that's the sort of shape of it. The not the outer, just the actual cat's face. So it's a bit of an odd shape. But also a lot of the actual pieces are odd shaped as well. So as I said, we're going to have to admit defeat on this one. Even Karen came out and gave me a hand. And as you can see, this is as far as we got. Basically a little bit down here and a little bit around there. So we're going to admit defeat on that one. Partially or mainly because we're actually running out of daylight. So I don't know what is the time. So I reckon I've been on this part for at least 2.5 hours, probably closer to 3 hours I've actually been on this. Because you stop, take a photograph, stop, take a photograph, and I have already taken, I think it was about 200 frames I think I've actually taken. So as I said, guys, we're going to admit defeat on this one. I will make a video of, or create the video of the bits that we've already done, but I think we'll have to try something a little bit more less complicated, or certainly with a lot less bits and a lot less movements to start with. I think the phone battery was getting always getting a bit low, which that's not a problem because I could have just put my power bank on or my power brick. But anyway, guys, I think yeah, we're gonna admit defeat on this one. Maybe try something a little bit simpler to start with. But yeah. Anyway, so this is stop motion animation failed. So I hope you enjoy the little bit of video that I'm going to put up after this. Probably all about 4 seconds. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this one, and we will see you on the next stop motion animation video. Maybe. See you all again soon. Bye bye for now.